let me start by saying this. The mother chords are trying to get me blocked off. They don't want me to come on social media.
Because they're afraid of what you might say.
I already called them mother chords. What else do I say?
There's way worse things you can call them, trust me.
Well, I could say that they are fucking bastards.
It's still mild, but we'll get into that because we have 14 matches to talk about, an innumerable number of moments that happened at WrestleMania 41. But before we get into it, we're gonna dissect this real quickly, match by match, what we thought of everything. But overall, what are your thoughts on, now sitting back, it's digested. What do you think of WrestleMania in totality, night 1 and 2 together?
All right. Just to make things a little bit easier, I got my laptop open, so I'm on the WWE website. So I got the full WrestleMania 41 results. So we can go through it. Yeah, we can go through it match by match, right from the bottom to the top. So I think
you want to start from like night 1, night 2 is main event upwards.
No, we're going to start from night 1, but the way it's listed on the WWE site, it's in descending order.
Oh, so from the main event backwards.
That's what it is. It's starting from the main event of night 2, coming down to the first match of night 1. So I went right to the middle of the page, and I'm on the first match currently. So, let me start by saying I didn't want to use my PWC club shirt because it has a Bullet Club logo on it, and WWE screwed over my Bullet Club brethren. However, I do see the method to the madness in what they did. More importantly, it's about the storyline. So there's two aspects. Before we go to the to WrestleMania Night 1 and we start talking about that, I just want to say, I know compared to WrestleMania Night 1, I was a lot more silent on Night 2, especially after the main event. My radio silence, I think, was noticeable. Look, I was looking at the main event in this way. And if you remember, I think during the NXT Stand and Deliver, we had this conversation, and I told you that with everything that John Cena is putting out in his promos leading up to WrestleMania, it's giving CM Punk vibes. So when I say that, look, he never went through the crowd, he never blew a kiss to Cody Rhodes in the ring, and he never left through the crowd. However, before CM Punk, at that time, before he put his tail between his legs and he left, he was going to be out of contract, and he still beat John Cena in the main event, although he was out of contract. And this was when he still had his music. I think it was called Fire Burns.
Yes.
So he beat John Cena, he took the title, and he rode off into the sunset. And then on Raw, there was a gauntlet match where John Cena won that match, and he won and there was a secondary belt, WWE belt, which he won. And CM Punk,
it was a one-night tournament which extended to the next week on Raw, where Rey Mysterio won in the opening match and then lost to John Cena in the main event.
Yes, it went main event, and John Cena won the WWE Undisputed title on the main event. And right at the ending of the show, Cult of Personality played and outworked CM Punk. And then there were two titles that was up for contention. And Punk won that match as well. So in a lot of ways with what John Cena said about what he is going to do gives me that same feeling and that same vibe that he already said it, that he's going to take the title away from Cody Rhodes and from the WWE, and he is going to take it and go home, and it's never going to be seen again. But what happens if this is not the end of the storyline for Cody Rhodes? I mean, Cody Rhodes now is 0-5 against John Cena because 4 times he lost as Stardust and the undesirable Cody Rhodes. And now he lost this one in questionable fashion. And it's 0-5 as the American Nightmare. And right now, just to talk about it, there has to be a continuation of a storyline. And I think I brought this up, if you can remember. I think it was after last year's WrestleMania. I spoke about it and I said that the difference between AEW and WWE is that AEW does not have continuing storylines. WWE has continuing storylines, which where at the end of a match where there has been a build, it always leaves you wanting more and expecting more to see what's going to happen. Now, I'm not going to say that John Cena does not deserve a 17th title. I just didn't want it to be at the grandest stage of them all. But he did deserve the title, the 17th title, because if anybody deserves to break Ric Flair's run, it's John Cena.
Except
given the years.
Except if you ask Ric Flair, he will say that his daughter should break that record.
Ric Flair, if I was looking on Sportskeeda, Ric Flair actually went on social media and he posted a congratulatory message to John Cena, saying, and this is a part that I think Ric Flair currently now, his head is not right. I think he's suffering with CTE, or maybe something else that's wrong. Maybe. But he said that John Cena and Cody Rhodes put on an absolute classic. And for somebody like Ric Flair, who is a seasoned vet, to call that match a classic, look, we talk about the Cody Rhodes feud with the Bloodline for the 2 WrestleManias, and we can talk about that for years come. But this match, I think will even be remembered by anybody for anything else besides John Cena won the 17th title. And John Cena said that he's going to ruin wrestling for everybody. And I think it started with this victory, because this victory actually ruined wrestling in a lot of ways, where he won the title in a fashion that would be unbecoming of somebody who is going to represent the company and represent the brand.
But he's playing heel, so you'd expect
playing heel. He is playing heel. As much as I can say that yes, he is playing heel, but he did say that he was going to ruin wrestling for everybody, and this is where it started, with giving us a very unmemorable main event for night 2.
Okay, so I watched the press conference this morning, and he said that John Cena actually said, I will be on Raw tomorrow night, and I want everyone to tune in and to find out
how I ruin wrestling. Yes, so, I also saw that, because he refused. But if you look at it in the practical sense of things, especially with what WWE put out in this entire WrestleMania 41, and we had some good matches. However, taking taking into account the Cody Rhodes and John Cena match, it delivered on a very underwhelming on a very underwhelming light. That's what I'm trying to get at. However, if you look at the post show, you would see Jackie Redmond trying to get a word with Cody Rhodes when he went back to his bus, and he said that he has nothing to say at the moment, and he walked back with Brandy. Now, John Cena did tell Cody Rhodes on Friday Night SmackDown that he is going to put Cody Rhodes in a position that he will have to choose whether to do the wrong thing and be a winner, or do the right thing by the fans and lose. And if you remember that, and
Yeah.
what happened was Cody Rhodes had the belt in his hand. He just needed to hit John Cena square in the forehead. There would have been there wouldn't have even been a disqualification. The referee was out, and Cody Rhodes fumbled the ball.
Yes.
He had
Yeah.
what I would call an Andre Onana moment.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, if you can see in the background, you can see a Manchester United picture.
Okay.
The current goalkeeper for Manchester United is Andre Onana, and he's one of the worst because he fumbles the ball like it's no one's business, literally. In
Okay.
this way, Cody Rhodes, he figuratively fumbled the ball. So I'm sure you can get where I'm going with this. But also, we all wanted to see a heel Cody Rhodes. And the only way we can get a heel Cody Rhodes is if Cody drops the title in a match where the heel is being cheered and the hero is being booed. The face is being booed. And for this past 2 weeks, Cody Rhodes has been booed. And more and more effectively in the main event of WrestleMania, he was booed. So, given that, given that effect, the seed for this for crowd response was planted by John Cena after Elimination Chamber. And it took the crowd a while, but they actually now, with John Cena, even though John Cena's current persona gives a fuck about them.
Mm.
And now it gives Cody Rhodes, it gives Cody Rhodes the chance to give us what we've always wanted, and that is a heel Cody Rhodes. And I honestly believe that a heel Cody Rhodes will far supersede what a face Cody Rhodes is capable of.
To all our subscribers, please like, subscribe, or comment. Comment means a lot to us. Let us know what your thoughts are, and we'd like to be in touch with you. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.